What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Mike from NYC, and we back with another reaction. Today we're reacting to the trial of the GOAT, Michael Jordan versus LeBron James, cancel court. This one is just gonna be straight funny. This is straight jokes right here. This is not going to be me doing an elaborate breakdown of my opinion and things like that. We just here to laugh, enjoy ourselves about things that we all care about to an extent. You feel me? So let's get into it.
It is an improv comedy show. Some opinions and statements are exaggerated for entertainment purposes. The views expressed on Cancel Court are solely those of the individuals providing them and do not reflect the opinions of Defiant Digital or their respective affiliates or employees. Basically, we're gonna piss a lot of people off.
Facts.
But fuck it.
Facts.
Cancel Court with Judge Tony Towns. In this episode, the trial of Michael Jordan versus LeBron James.
When LeBron James leaves the team, they become a high school roster.
Let's talk about it.
And now, let's go to the courtroom.
Let's really talk about it though.
In this quarter,
Niggas don't want to talk about that for real though.
In one, in a suit made out of a tablecloth. Say hello to Ryan Davis.
Team LeBron.
And in this corner, he's bald, he's tall, and he's from Chicago.
Yup.
Say hello to Tony Baker. Come to order. Cancel Court is now in session with Judge Tony Towns.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today to determine who the greatest of all
He looks like a real judge. Is he a real judge? I don't know.
time is. Is it LeBron or Michael Jordan? This debate is for the culture. We've heard from Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. We've heard from Mike and Joy Taylor and Colin Cowherd. We've heard from Shaq and Kenny and Charles. But now it is up to you to end this debate permanently.
Once and for
we have
all.
Mr. Ryan Davis representing LeBron James, and we have Michael Jordan represented by Mr. Tony Baker. Both sides will present factual evidence that will help the jury determine who the GOAT is. I expect that both parties have done their homework and you will present your evidence accurately. The prosecution and the defense will have opening statements, then the battle will begin. We will end with closing arguments. Once it's completed, the jury of your peers will decide the verdict of this case. What are the rules in my court? There are no rules. Are we clear?
Yes.
Good. We will begin with Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Judge. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm here not to tell you why Michael Jordan isn't a great player. I think Michael Jordan is all-time great. Jump man. You know what I mean?
You feel me?
Shoes. I got a ton of Jordans.
You feel me?
Space Jam. I believe I can fly. Man, the Gatorade commercials. I think Jordan, every time I think Gatorade, man, I think the McDonald's commercials with Larry Bird playing horse. Incredible branding. None of that shit has anything to do with basketball, by the way. Today we are arguing who's the greater basketball player. The nigga with the endorsements or the nigga with all the stats. I'm not going to get into LeBron James' philanthropy. We all know about the school. Michael Jordan gives back. Not really. But we don't want to talk about that. I want to keep it solely on the court. And maybe if people pay attention today, they will stop trying to be like Mike. Because who wants to be the second best of all time? The defense rests.
By the way, are you wearing Michael Jordans now?
No. These are Air Force Ones.
Got it.
The reason I don't wear LeBrons is because he makes an actual basketball shoe, and I don't hoop. So I dress for comfort. You know what I mean?
I do. Thank you, Mr. Davis.
There you go.
Mr. Tony Baker, opening statement, sir.
Better talk to him, Tony. Better let him know what's up.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, go. Everybody loves to say it now. It's the thing to say. Oh, that's the GOAT. You the GOAT. You can be the GOAT of anything. Pumping gas. You the GOAT on pump 5, man. You drive off. and live your little life after that. It's overused. Everybody wants to be the GOAT at everything, but everybody's not great. Michael Jordan is. We all know this. Everybody that has come after Michael Jordan is trying to be Michael Jordan, including LeBron James.
That is factual.
What's his jersey number? 23. Who had that jersey number?
Let's talk about it. Niggas don't want to talk about that though.
Jordan. Hey, let me be in Space Jam. Okay. Let's see how it works out.
Real shit.
We all know what happens to movies when they get recast. They bomb. Remember Home Alone 3? You don't.
I don't.
Because it wasn't Kevin. Remember House Party 4 with Immature? Bomb. Where's Kid and Play? Yeah, you got the Looney Tunes pulling up, but where's Jordan?
Facts.
We don't want no soft cameo. Okay? Cameos don't always work. Look at Coming to America too. We're not gonna get into that. Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time because he transcended the sport. Now, Brian Davis is going to probably slaughter me up with stats, numbers, figures, all this gobbledygook of just numbers nobody cares about unless you get paid by the NBA or Sports Center. Who we talking about? Who do we say when we shooting trash in the trash
Kobe.
can? Jordan. Don't nobody say LeBron. You want to say LeBron, but you got to dunk that trash in there, and everybody can't dunk. You don't want to tear your meniscus in the counts receiver. Trying to be LeBron. LeBron was built for the sport. Look at it. Look at his height. Look at his build. Look at his weight. He's destined for greatness. Jordan is tall, but you know he was getting manhandled out there. Slung around in a different time. The 80s, on the basketball court, that was street life. That was the hood.
Come here, boy.
Swap meet.
Come here.
Pistons of the 1980s had brass knuckles, knives, nunchucks on the court.
Nunchucks is crazy.
Jordan was still out there, but we're going to get into all of that. Okay? We all know what it is. If you want to talk about numbers, Jordan has them.
You're right.
Because he came in the game, he came in with numbers. He came in with numbers like the count on Sesame Street. I will prove to you without a shadow of a doubt that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. Thank you, Your Honor.
Opening statements.
Tony Baker.
W opening statements.
So fuck around. Cancel Court. We'll be right back.
They got ads in this thing?
Share it with your granny on Facebook. Share it with the woke mob on Twitter. Share it with your Instagram crush. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate all your support.
Top first date no. Let's avoid all what are we doing in the future questions. What are your 5-year plans? What are your 10-year plans? I'm trying to be married. I want kids. My eggs are not getting any younger. How's my dick supposed to jump off all of this information you just gave me, man?
Mr. Davis.
Well, gotta love the pageantry, because that's what he's going to try to sell you on. He's going to talk about Michael Jordan like this nigga is Santa Claus. But let's look at the facts. Everybody knows what evolution is, right? As time goes on, people get better at things. The playing field gets harder, gets greater. Michael Jordan played a lot of white guys. And let's be honest, that's not what the NBA at its toughest actually looks like. LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony,
Yup.
Kevin Durant,
Yup. Let's talk about it.
James Harden. You can name some of the greatest two guards and small forwards to ever play the game. You know who they played against? LeBron. You know who Michael Jordan played against? Dan Marley. Craig Elo. You hear me? Like Danny Ainge.
James is crazy.
Are we being serious? These were starters, by the way. Oh my God. The competition was stiff for Michael Jordan. All these great guards he had to overcome to be great. He never even had real competition at his position. The best two guard that he ever played against in his prime was Reggie Miller, who only shoots threes. Reggie Miller is 6'7", and there's no dunk recorded of Reggie Miller in his entire career.
Clyde Drexler.
That was his greatest athletic competition through the prime of his career. Let's be serious. LeBron James has made it to the finals 10 times in 17 years. Some people would go, oh my God, but Jordan won 6. Yeah, he went 6. That's it. Just 6. And he just so happened to be on the better team 6 times. But you let Jordan fans tell you, Jordan was the only nigga on the court playing 5-on-1. He never lost, ever. He played 15 years, has 6 rings, but never lost. You figure out that math. That shit makes
no sense
to me. Sounds like a nigga lost 9 times, but I could be incorrect. It's sad. I pointed out the competition that he had to play against. People act like he didn't have anybody to play with. Like Scottie Pippen wasn't as great as Scottie Pippen is. When Jordan was there, they won 57. This nigga left. They won 55 games and was a bad call away from going back to the finals without this nigga. When LeBron James leaves the team, they become a high school roster. If the team, think about this, the team without him can't make the playoffs. Team with him in the finals.
Let's talk about it.
I'm sure if he joined a 55-win team without him, that they'd win the finals. Imagine having 55-win team.
Hey, let's not sit up here and act like he's not speaking facts. Let's not do that. Let's not sit up here and act like he's saying some bullshit. He is saying there is some truth in what he's saying. It's not all truthful, but there is some truth in that. Niggas do gotta address that, acknowledge that.
And then add you, the best player in the league. If you don't win the title, nigga, who are you? Scottie Pippen was an MVP candidate. MVP candidate when Jordan left. They were like, yeah, but all he had was Pippen. Soon as Jordan left, Horace Grant became an all-star. B.J. Armstrong became an all-star. Oh yeah, both them niggas was on the team Jordan played on, by the way. Technically, they had 4 all-stars, but the nigga ball hogged so much, 2 of the niggas couldn't make it. That is the truth about Jordan. That's all I'm saying. It's the myth.
Look at Tony Baker. He knows.
That's all.
He like, this nigga is good. This nigga is good. Tony Baker getting his ass beat right now. I ain't gonna lie. Tony Baker getting his ass beat right now.
It's the myth. Nigga. Your Honor. The defense rests.
Oh shit. Ryan Davis is back in his bag.
I want you to drink all your milk today, okay? You got a big day, big game. And I saw a few of your toys on the floor when we left this morning. Go wash your hands.
Detective Daniel Abrams.
What are you doing here, Marvin?
What's the proper protocol in this situation? Sit, eat. You don't want to play on the empty stomach.
Eat your food. Tell me what you want from me.
Tell them what you've done. Tell them!
Okay, hey, Junior, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. He didn't do anything. It's about you and me, right? Right?
L acting from that little kid. L
You and
acting.
me, right? Right?
That little kid do look like he don't give a fuck. He ready to lose his life. He look like he don't give a goddamn about what's going on.
Mr. Baker, those are some serious points. I mean, do you have anything you would like to counter that?
Oh, absolutely. Been waiting for this.
Talk to him, Tony.
He brings up Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen is probably my favorite NBA player of all time. You don't win that many championships without Scottie Pippen. But he was homegrown organically. LeBron out here looking for the best players so I can win a championship final. Because yes, he's gone to the championship 10 times and won 4. 4 and 10. That's failure.
That's 40%.
Any way you slice it. You take a 10-question quiz, you get 4 right. You fail.
You failed that motherfucker.
Nice showing up to the big game, but if you don't take home the big ring, nobody cares. Thanks for showing up. And we all know the East was shaky. LeBron just coming every year, it got boring. They call him not clutch for a reason. He wasn't getting it done.
Damn.
Jordan got it done every time. Oh, we in the finals? I'm going to get it done.
Oh, we in the final?
He got it done. 3-peat, right? Jordan was so good. White Sox was like, hey, man, you play baseball? Come through. He's like, all right, he on the baseball team. Chill. Jordan came back and won 3 in a row. You know how hard it is to win 3 championships in a row? LeBron don't know what that feels like. Because he can never do it. He can never get it done. He hasn't got it done yet. I mean, here and there, yeah, I won here, and then I took, next year I lost. Here's the thing about Jordan, man. He left, came back. Jordan made basketball interesting to people that could care less about basketball.
Let's talk about that, though.
The whitest
Look, even she in the back.
Care less about basketball.
Cause she hadn't said nothing she hadn't made no facial expression. I was peep her to the side. She like, the nigga got a point. Cause I couldn't care less about basketball, but when Michael Jordan on that TV, you feel me? I'm trying to see what's up. I'm trying to see what's going on.
Whitest of the whitest individuals of all time was like, Jordan. He was the reason the USA basketball team went to the Olympics. Like, we ain't gonna do it without Jordan. Jordan's like, all right, I'll do it. Now it's cracking overseas, man. This is what Jordan did. Jordan is a beast. LeBron is good, but he be flopping. Overselling the fouls, making it a soft NBA game. You know what I'm saying? Jordan was taking the hits and the stabs. Yeah, he was fussing, but that's what they do. When you get a foul called on you, like Oakley, he would stab somebody on the court and be like, what? Ref? What do you mean? What do you mean? Blood on the knife. Pancreas pieces all on the blade.
Pancreas pieces, crazy.
That's the culture he came up in. You know why Jordan's eyes are so red on that little documentary? Because he was laser focused. He's a killer. He don't care about nothing but winning. LeBron out here looking for who's hot. Yo, Kyrie, hey, man, let's link up, man. I just need a little bit of help. Come on, y'all. Jordan was like, hey, man, y'all come to me. I ain't going nowhere. And they was like, all right. And Pippen came in. He was a baby deer coming into the league. He was like, his knees were slamming together. Turned into one of the best players of all time.
Facts.
Organically. It's easy to be like, yeah, we winning now because you're getting the hottest players on the streets. All the Bulls guy was like, yeah, we'll take Rodman because he's a killer. He robbed people in alleyways after every NBA game.
That's crazy.
But damn, man, he had herpes, chlamydia, syphilis, all at the same time. Best record of all time. Chicago Bulls till the Warriors recently passed it, but best record of all time. Speaks for itself. Come on now. Jordan, man. His career average is over 30 points a game. Career average. Jordan is a killer. He creates other killers. Kobe Bryant is another laser-focused, legendary.
Oh, he done broke Kobe in the mix.
Born from Jordan. He would create a whole storyline just to beat the other team. Oh, you ain't gonna say what's up to me?
Yup, that's your ass.
All right.
That's your ass.
43 points that night. He created personal vendettas to win the game. LeBron living too good now. He ain't got no vendettas. The only vendetta he got is that receding hairline. That's his only vendetta, the shoe polish. Jordan was bald and proud. And that makes me proud.
Yep.
I rest my case.
Before you take your seat, I have a question that I wanted to ask you because it's interesting that life before Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman was a little bit rough. So I'm going to read you some facts that was entered into the court case that I want you to speak on and talk about. It says here
that you're going there because that was my next point.
Let me know if these facts are correct. In 1984, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jordan was eliminated in the first round.
He was.
In 1985, Jordan was eliminated in the first round.
Okay.
In 1986, Jordan was eliminated in the first round.
Okay.
In 1987, Jordan was eliminated in the second round. In 1988, Jordan was eliminated in the third round. In 1989, he was eliminated in the third round. In 1994, Jordan was eliminated in the second round. In 2001, Jordan doesn't make playoffs. In
2002, Jordan doesn't make the playoffs with the Washington Wizards.
Right.
Could you explain those facts? It seems a little bit heavy for Mr. Jordan.
Easy work, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, you need a good team. Okay? Jordan needed a solid team. So you could be like, oh, well, but LeBron didn't need a team to go to the championship and lose. You're still a loser. Whether you go to the playoffs and get out early, okay.
I felt that's a good
What does
point.
that really mean?
What does that really
Make
mean?
it as far. So what? LeBron didn't win those championships. The goal of an NBA season
Right.
is not the playoff. The
Mm.
goal is
You better talk to him, Tony.
to win a championship.
You better talk to him, Tony. You
LeBron
better
didn't
let
go
him
to
know.
the final game all day and night. Did you win?
Ooh, talk to him, Tony.
Confetti's coming down and they kissing and pouring champagne. LeBron was in the locker room getting dressed. Until he manufactured some star players that come around him just to give him that little boost that he needed. He talking about Jordan only played with white players. Hakeem Olajuwon? Are you kidding me? Isaiah Thomas?
Both of them won chips against Jordan.
Magic Johnson?
He also won one.
Order in the court,
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Davis.
Who was on the Lakers squad when Jordan won his first championship? Magic Johnson. Rest my case.
They talking that good shit. They talking that good shit, no cap.
Top first date no-nos. The worst, actually, is they're already expecting sex. We only know each other for like 20, 30 minutes and you're already talking about eating my ass or something. I was like, okay, that's crazy. You don't even fucking know me.
I pay and you give up that thing, right?
No.
You give up that thing.
I pay and you go home and talk to your girl about how you had this lame ass nigga with an afro pay for you. Bitch, no.
Mr. Davis.
Oh man, my opponent is formidable. You know, makes a lot of.
Let me know who y'all think is winning the debate so far. Don't let me know who you think is better. Who's winning the debate? Because just because you think somebody's right going into the debate doesn't mean that person is necessarily winning the debate. I think it's by the debate, I think it's pretty close. I think they're both making great points. I think it's really close. So let me know who y'all think is winning the debate.
He would like you to believe that coming in second is the same as coming in 12th. I think we would all agree that that's a lie. Getting blown out isn't the same as being close to victory. All right. Now we talk about
I don't like that point.
who Jordan beat and all of this stuff, right? Never beat Larry Bird. Larry Bird doesn't even know what it's like to lose to Jordan. He has no fucking idea.
That's a good ass point. Hey, that's your favorite point. Larry Bird is 6-0 against Jordan. That's your favorite point, and y'all absolutely right. Y'all absolutely right. I'm not taking anything away from that. Y'all are absolutely right.
Everybody's like, yeah, Jordan beat me. He was just like, really? Never got a game. Not a single game against the Boston Celtics. Nobody ever brings that up. He's not a loser somehow for that. Tried to shit on Horace Grant. Horace Grant, I told you, dropped to 18 and 11. How many players is dropping 18 and 11 now? Not a lot.
That's a fact.
But after he did that, what did Jordan do? Hey, Dennis, we need you. That nigga killing us. And he went out and recruited a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. One of the greatest rebounders in NBA history. How great? Since 1979. I believe about 16, 17 rebounds a game has been done 5 times since 1979. You know all the players who did that? Just Dennis. You added that nigga to the team, and we're gonna act like, oh, Dennis was nobody. Also has 5 rings, by the way, 2 of which he won by beating Jordan on the way there. Jordan went and got a nigga he couldn't beat to join his team. If you can't beat him, join him, I guess. Then they go 72-10, and they end up beating the Supersonics in the finals. They asked the coach of the Supersonics, George Karl, what happened? Does he say Michael Jordan was unstoppable? Nope. Says, we can't keep Dennis Rodman off the glass, and it's killing us.
Yo, I didn't know that. I'm gonna be honest.
But Michael Jordan, boy, he sure can score. You're right. He can score.
He can score.
He really can score.
Facts.
He led his team in points all the time. And that's way better than Scotty, who led the team in rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. He had every statistical category better than Jordan except points. You know who?
Fact check, in 1996, Scottie Pippen did in fact lead the Bulls in rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. He got close other seasons, but this stat isn't 100% true. Okay.
Second best player had more than him? Nothing. I remember him losing to the Golden State Warriors, where he was going in with a guy named Matthew Dellavedova. Know who he is? Absolutely not. Because Kyrie got hurt and Kevin Love got hurt. And in that series, LeBron didn't lead his team. Led every player who played in the series in points, rebounds, blocks, assists, steals. Not in a game. For the entire series.
That's damning
Do
evidence.
you know there's niggas in the league just to rebound?
Facts.
Just to block?
Facts.
Just to steal? Just to score. Nobody did more than this nigga in every statistical category, and he lost. And my opponent will want you to believe, just don't have what it takes.
Wow.
It's the myth for me, man. Constantly, they want you to believe that Michael Jordan is magical. He's magical. Speaking of magic, you're right. He did beat Magic Johnson in the first championship he won. You ever ask Magic Johnson why they lost? When you interview him, what did he say? Well, Scottie Pippen decided to pick him up full court. He made it very difficult for us to run. They were called the Showtime Lakers. If they're not able to run, there's no show. He didn't say Michael Jordan shut us down. He said that nigga Scottie Pippen stopped me from doing anything. But if you ask a Jordan fan, he was out there by. Come on, man. Let's be serious. He's an incredible scorer. I give him that. That man can really score. He can really score. Matter of fact, he's higher than LeBron James. No, he's not higher than LeBron James on the scoring list. Did you know LeBron passed him with less shots?
Ooh.
Wait till you look at the stats. LeBron James has a higher field goal percentage.
Ooh, niggas don't want to talk about that, though. That's
Has
tough.
a higher 3-point percentage.
Ooh.
But I thought all he do is dunk.
Look at Tony Baker. This is either the face of defeat, or he about to go deep. He about to go deep inside his bag.
Then your airness, your GOAT. See, people just want you to believe in the myth. LeBron James is the greatest athlete I've ever seen. Period. Y'all remember Larry Hughes? That's a joke. Larry Hughes averaged 14 points a game and only played half of that series in the finals. He didn't even have his second best guy, who was barely any his second best guy. Michael Jordan, though, who did he have? People like to say he added Dennis Rodman. Do you know he also added Tony Kukoc, who's considered the best European player or the best foreign player in the entire world?
Niggas don't want to talk about that, though.
Time. He also had Ron Harper, who was averaging 20 points a game, almost 20 points a game when he came down to the Bulls, and once Michael Jordan came, then he had to give his shots away, so his stats doesn't look as good as it once was. That's cool. I understand that. He also had Steve Kerr. You know what Steve Kerr is? Statistically the most accurate three-point shooter in the history of basketball. Man, they should have got Jordan some help. These niggas suck. LeBron James, whenever he leaves a team, they turn into a soccer team.
Soccer team is crazy.
Not even basketball. You know what I like about my truths? They're so hard that the bailiff is choking on it.
Oh my God.
She's like, this is a lot to take.
You're right.
And I understand.
Get her some water. Just spread that water.
The water.
Help her out.
No, I got her because I did it. There you go.
Thank you, Michelle.
Won't you tell him about the magical shoes? He puts them on and he flies through the air. Because you know, they'll say that LeBron James is athletically gifted. Like Jordan doesn't dunk from the free throw line in the 80s. And like everybody was doing that. They called him Air Jordan. They called him that because everybody jumped like that? Of course not. None of the white guys he was playing against jumped like that. LeBron James, 10 finals appearances. David Black, Tyronn Lue, Eric Spoelstra. I don't even know the name of the coach of the Lakers right now. And that nigga got a ring because of LeBron James. Frank Vogel. 5 coaches have made it to the finals due to LeBron James. Phil Jackson, did he ever win rings without Michael Jordan? Of course he did. Has any of LeBron James' coaches sniffed a ring since this?
Damn.
Absolutely not.
Wow, he's kind of cooking him though. He's kind of frying him. He's kind of cooking him.
Come on. I object, Your Honor.
Eric Spoelstra made it to the finals. Who'd he lose to? LeBron James, nigga. What are you talking about?
He sniffed the ring.
No.
He sniffed the ring.
No. That's
I was sniffing distance.
Series wasn't even close.
Calm down.
Series wasn't even close.
He was there.
Michael Jordan got Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant. You know what Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant were? Lottery picks, both of them, top 10 in the draft. Do you know how bad your team has to be to get top 10 in the draft? LeBron has no idea. But let my opponent tell you, Scottie Pippen was bow-legged and uncoordinated before he came to the Bulls. I guess so, man.
Wait a minute, Scottie was a lottery pick? I don't think that's. Wait a minute. I don't know how true that is. Hold on. I just want to see real quick. Scottie was a lottery pick. What? I've been lied to, man. This is crazy. Y'all niggas brainwashed me.
Rings is great, man. 6 rings is great. I have no argument for that. Bill Russell got 11 though. And you ain't making an argument for him. The defense rests.
Damn, LeBron might have to cut this nigga a check.
Facts.
Cancel court will be
Cut that nigga. Yeah.
Cancel court gets a lot of questions. These are some of the most common. Who is the bailiff on cancel court? Well, her name is literally in every episode. We put it in the description. We put it in the credits. It's literally right there in front of you. Say hello to the beautiful Ariel J. Who created cancel court? Cancel court was created by the owners of Defiant Digital, Demario Dudley and Kenny McClendon. Is cancel court real improv? Cancel court is 100% improv. No script, no prep. These comedic geniuses are really balanced.
That's crazy. If there's no script or anything, that is crazy.
Knows how to go to a championship game and actually win.
Champions.
Bill Russell has gone to the big game.
13,
How many times?
13, 12.
13, I believe. 12 or 13.
12, 13, right? 111 of them.
Yeah.
Bill Russell knows how to go to the big game and win with the passing score.
Played a lot of white guys.
It doesn't matter. You go to win the championship. We can make this about race, but that's a different courtroom issue. Throwing in the white guys are trash, and then you praise a white guy to make your point stronger. Larry Bird, very interesting.
That's the white guy.
The ultimate white guy, right? He mentioned Jordan getting swept in the playoffs. That's never happened.
LeBron did lose to Dirk. Niggas gotta bring that. He has to bring that up.
LeBron?
Finals.
Has LeBron never been swept in the finals?
Yes, in the finals.
Okay, he was swept.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
The room was brought out. The custodian with the big ass keys came and collected his shit.
Yes.
The greatest of all time. Swept in the finals.
Yeah.
Has Jordan ever been swept in the finals?
Well, you got to get there.
Has Jordan?
You got to get there to be swept.
Has Jordan ever been swept in the finals?
No, the Bulls were not swept in the finals.
No extras, no salt, no seasoning salt, no sea salt, no parsley. Has he ever been swept in the big game?
No.
Even when he opened it up, he was like, let's take everything else off the table and focus on basketball, because he knew that Jordan's greatness transcends the game.
Ooh.
Jordan's J's. That's just synonymous with life now. Oh, you got the J's on? It's a goddamn noun. You forget that it's attached to a human being, right? I see you out here with the J's on. Everybody's uplifted when you got the J's on. The LeBrons, a lot of people can't even recognize them. What are those? Oh, those are LeBrons? Oh, okay. He's got shoes? Cool. LeBron is a fantastic individual, great family man. Jordan probably don't even care about his kids. I don't even know. Doesn't matter to us. It's not my family anyway. Whether he was a good dad or a bad dad, his eyes are red. I don't know nothing about him. He's an asshole. He smokes cigars. LeBron is a role model. He's great. He cares about the black community. He's dope on the court and off. Great individual, great teammate, and absolutely amazing. But goddamn Michael Jordan. He changed our lives. LeBron want to make something that hot, he's going to have to bring out a shoe polish for the hair. The shoe polish sevens. Was it Karl Malone? LeBron passed Karl Malone, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't Jordan play against Karl Malone and beat him?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
But no, but
I
you let him tell it.
I object.
Order in the court.
John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, Greg Ostertag were all starters on that team. Three white guys.
Who's number 2 on the scoring chart? Is it Hornacek? Is it John Stockton with his assists? It's Karl Malone's big ass. His big black country ass. Stop painting this picture that Jordan was up against a segregated team from the South the whole NBA time. Like he was playing the Klan by himself. Don't you do that, Ryan Davis. You do a disservice to the legends in the game. The black legends.
Thank you, Mr. Baker.
Thank you, y'all.
That concludes this case. At this time, I am ordering the jury, the people.
Yeah, Team LeBron definitely won. Tony Baker came... you can tell Tony Baker wasn't really as prepared. You can tell he didn't really have as much knowledge of the game as this dude did. He just knows more about basketball, and he made some great points. Tony Baker he came in, and he was funnier, obviously. Tony Baker is funnier. Tony Baker's hilarious. But who won this debate? It was definitely Team LeBron for a fact. Damn, that was tough. That was tough. I'm going to be honest with you.
A sound decision based off the evidence you received. You're going to decide who's the greatest of all time. Is it Michael Jordan, who is represented by Mr. Tony Baker, or is it LeBron James, who is represented by Mr. Ryan Davis? With that being said, we're going to get this debate canceled permanently today. All those in favor of LeBron, raise your right hand and say aye. Aye.
What's the numbers?
All those who are in favor of Michael Jordan being the greatest of all time, say aye.
Team LeBron looked like they won.
according to this court and the jury,
It looks split.
it appears that LeBron James is considered the greatest of all time. The debate ends here. Court is adjourned.
It's a lie.
Thank you. I feel great about what we were able to accomplish.
Definitely like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like these type of videos, and I will see you when I see you. Peace.